fetch and then never brings it back.
Oh.
So it's lonely. We're going to be going over Alice, and this was a whale that could not hear. There is no sound in the video. It's just so you can see that it's lonely. It does not have any other whales around him.
Mm-hmm.
So can you imagine going your whole life by being by yourself? No one else.
We should close it.
Sir. So today we're going to be going over kind of our case study, which is a lonely whale. And this whale was found on the west coast of the United States all the way up to Canada, and it was observed many times. So of course you know the ocean is relatively loud. You have all the organisms, all the specimens. And then normally that specific whale was a bluefin whale, and they speak in a 15 to 25 hertz, so that's kind of how they communicate with each other. But this one was recorded in 1989, and it was detected to be 52 hertz. So no other whale could hear it, only just, pretty much just itself was the one that couldn't. And then it was detected annually for 12 years. So a couple of questions. So on your research guides, I'm going to hand you some questions real quick. I want to have some thoughts of what could have allowed the whale to not hear. And then just turn with your partner next to you.
No, I think that you just said show the partner. What physiological traits do fish have that I appreciate you, man.
And just think about some of these traits, kind of what physiological traits do fish have that allow them to breathe in the water. We kind of went over that last lesson. What'd you get for the first one? What did they go over? And where are they located? Second question is asking, how does a physiological trait allow the organism to survive? And how does it affect the specimen's ability to reproduce? And I'd like to have an explanation for that answer as well. And then for right now, we're just going to answer the first two questions. That's not it. Actually, put those down. I gave you the wrong ones. Did not label it. That's why. Just put those down, you'll do those later. So if I can get some... So if someone could give me an answer, so predict as to why, jeez, oh my lord. Predict as to why this whale might be signaling calling at a different frequency than normal populations. Okay, I'll search that here. Chandler, what do you think?
Maybe something's wrong with this thread.
Okay. Shalonda, what do you think?
I haven't figured that out. So why they can't, he can't hear or he can't
Yes.
signal?
You can't signal correctly.
Mm.
So he's not able to communicate to the other whales. They can't hear him. Because as you can see, they talking at 15 to 25, but that specific whale spoke at 52 as far as the frequency of their voice. I'll have Kive.
Yeah.
He seems really ecstatic to answer.
I don't know why.
I think the whale is having trouble signaling slash calling for other whales because he has a hearing problem, and if you can't hear yourself, I don't know if that applies to whales, but if you can't hear yourself, you wouldn't know if you're at that correct frequency.
Actually, yes. So there could be some hard of hearing. Their vocal vocals can be damaged. There could also be some other things going wrong with the whale. So for the question, what does this tell us about the vocalization trait that bluefin whales display within their respective populations? So in other words, how is speaking to other whales important? Autumn?
That's how they communicate with each other.
Well, okay. Could you give me a little bit more? Like, why would talking to someone be important?
Being able to communicate about where food is or how to get somewhere or in a group together.
Yeah. So the trait for vocalization is variable, so there's a lot of different things that make allow it to be useful to them. So for today, we're gonna actually be going outside. So a couple of things is, we're gonna be splitting you off, and we're gonna have some individuals, they're gonna be the whale population, so they're gonna be the mates, and they're gonna be sitting outside of a circle, and I'm gonna actually show you a diagram. And then we're gonna have the whale mates inside the circle, and the goal for the whales that are gonna be on the outside is to pair with the whale mates on the inside. But there's a catch. You're gonna be given models of hearing that are different. So some are gonna have normal hearing. Then our cotton balls are gonna represent partial hearing, so you're gonna actually be putting these in your ears. And then you're gonna have earplugs as well. You are not gonna be sharing any of these. These are your own to keep if you'd like. So this is what's gonna be going on. So the whales that will have different hearings are gonna be on the outside, while the mates, they're gonna be making the call, they're gonna be on the inside. So whenever you hear the actual call, you're gonna just move to the inside and just pair with one of them. And then you're gonna be dispersed in a circle and you're gonna be facing the outside. So not to see if someone else moves, then you get to move just because you know. So you're gonna be assigned a hearing type, face away from the center of the circle, and then the mates are gonna make the whale calls. And I'll tell you when we go outside what kind of calls you're gonna be making. And then the whale mates, they're gonna walk, they're gonna kind of be back to back in the inside circle. And the whales on the outside, you're not gonna move until the whale call is heard. And then this will continue, which will be the noise. It's gonna continue all the way until the whale mates are taken, and we're gonna do it 3 times. And then we're gonna record the results in a table that I'll explain to you in a second. But before going outside, a couple of instructions. Listen to all the instructions that are given. We're gonna stay within the designated area, so we're gonna be kind of like in the pasture. You're not gonna go wild, go outside and run. And then just make sure you're participating and not distracting the other students that are walking from class to class. And then this is what we're gonna be filling out. So whenever there's a whale mate that pairs, whichever one that pairs, whether it's full hearing, partial hearing, or no hearing, you're gonna place it in the whale column, and then the whale mates are displayed by the little cute whales that are in this column. And these are gonna be our 3 trials, and then we're gonna also be observing what kind of pairing happens. And I'll do the first one with you once we go outside. Yeah, so if you would like to rise, I'm gonna have Chandler be my line leader. We're gonna step outside.
Sprite is like slapping right now, man.
And you didn't even need me to buy it. You didn't even need to buy
Yes,
it.
take your pencils, and I'll also be giving you the expiration date.
I don't even like soda like that.
So kindly, once I start handing those out once we get out there.
Can I be the cameraman? Can we switch? You want to be student, I'd be cameraman?